Manchester United are reportedly still keeping tabs on Brighton and Hove Albion midfielder Carlos Baleba, though the club could look to negotiate a lower transfer fee following the Cameroonian's recent dip in form. Baleba enjoyed a breakout 2024-25 season, attracting attention from several top European clubs, including United, who were said to have made contact with Brighton over a potential summer move. However, his performances in the current campaign have been underwhelming. Despite making 12 appearances, the 21-year-old has yet to register a goal or assist, and his struggles were evident in Brighton's recent 4-2 defeat to Manchester United, where he completed only one successful tackle and lost possession 10 times, according to SofaScore. These performances have led to speculation that Manchester United might have cooled their interest. However, journalist Ben Jacobs has clarified that the Red Devils remain interested but are unlikely to meet Brighton's £120 million valuation. Instead, the club may look to lowball Brighton in the next transfer window, aiming to secure the midfielder for a significantly reduced price. Jacobs noted that Brighton still believe Baleba will rediscover his form and regain his high market value by the end of the season. The club has not set a firm asking price, preferring to assess offers on their own terms, as is typical of their transfer strategy. For now, United are expected to monitor Baleba's progress closely and wait until the summer before deciding whether to make an official approach. If Brighton's valuation remains high, the Red Devils could walk away and pursue other midfield options. Baleba, who joined Brighton from Lille in 2023, remains a player with strong potential, known for his energy, ball-carrying ability, and physical presence in midfield. He has yet to complete a full 90 minutes in the Premier League this season, but did feature for the entire match against Arsenal in the EFL Cup, suggesting that Roberto De Zerbi still values his long-term contribution to the team. While Baleba's development has slowed in recent months, Manchester United's interest shows that the club continues to see him as a long-term project, one who could fit into their rebuild under the right financial conditions. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Marcus Rashford told attitude has to change on Man United return as agreement reached. Marcus Rashford has been thriving at Barcelona on loan this season, but he has been handed a stern warning from an Old Trafford legend that his attitude must change if he is returned to the Premier League. Brian Robson has told Rashford that his attitude has to change if he is to return to Manchester Utd. The 27-year-old is currently enjoying a fruitful season-long loan with Barcelona as a result of falling out of favor under Ruben Amorim. With the Catalan Giants, Rashford has scored 5 goals and set up a further 7 from 13 games across all competitions thus far. And while the forward is enjoying a new lease of life under Hansi Flick, it could be bad news for the star come season's end. While Barcelona hold a £28 million option to buy the England international when his loan deal comes to an end next summer, they may not choose to exercise it. That's given they already have incredible stars on either flank in Rafinha and Lamine Yamal, as well as stiff competition for places. Should Rashford return to Old Trafford, there's no guarantee that he would make his way into Amorim's starting 11, despite improved performances on Spanish soil. However, United legend Robson believes that a shift in his attitude would go a long way in helping him find his place with his boyhood club once more. Speaking to Grosvenor Casinos, Robson said, "The thing is for me, Marcus lost his focus. Commentators annoy me a wee bit where they say that Marcus is enjoying his football, and they were saying that at Villa. Well, when you look at it, he didn't do that well at Villa because he didn't score that many goals. Marcus is a great talent and everything, but I do think his attitude's got to change if he does come back to United. Barcelona is different because we always know that Barcelona and Real Madrid are going to be dominant in their league. So for a player like Marcus playing with the top players like Barcelona have, he will improve and he will start enjoying his football a little bit better if he were to come back to United. I can't believe that people say that he's enjoying the 2 clubs that he left us for and that you can't enjoy your football at Man United. That seems crazy to me." Meanwhile, Paul Scholes has also raised questions with regards to Rashford's attitude towards his parent club. Speaking on the good, the bad and the football, the Reds and England legend said, "I really struggle to feel happy for Marcus Rashford, mainly because of his attitude. His attitude towards Man United towards the end was disgraceful. The amount of times I saw him walking because he wanted to leave. His whole demeanor about him was a disgrace. I think he quit on Man United. When you quit once, you'll quit again. He was late last night for Barcelona. He won't get away with that for long at Barca. There's absolutely no chance. How can you sleep in these days? Your phone, alarm, whatever. How can you sleep in? He's definitely got the talent to be one of the best players in the world. But he'll never have the mentality. It comes as United are seemingly thriving without Rashford at present. Amorim is currently enjoying a 3-match winning streak in the Premier League, courtesy of wins over Sunderland, Liverpool, and Brighton. Their next fixture lands on Saturday, when they travel to the City Ground to take on Sean Dyche's Nottingham Forest. While they currently sit 6th in the Premier League standings, a win there could see them climb as high as 2nd, depending on other results. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Enzo Maresca says Chelsea striker will not score 20 goals this season. The goals and shots have dried up for the £60 million forward. Enzo Maresca has admitted that João Pedro is not the type of forward who will score 20 goals a season for Chelsea. The Brazilian forward, who is battling with a groin issue, struggled to influence the game during Chelsea's stoppage-time defeat to Sunderland last weekend, taking just 3 touches inside the opposition box. After a blistering start to life at Chelsea, which included 2 goals in the final of the Club World Cup, João Pedro has not scored since August. Maresca, though, said he was adamant the 24-year-old would rediscover his touch in front of goal, but admitted he was not a traditional frontman in the mold of Robert Lewandowski, Kylian Mbappe, or Erling Haaland. He's going to score goals with us. He's going to give us assists, knowing that João Pedro is not a known 9 that is going to score 20 goals each year, Maresca said in his pre-match press conference on Tuesday morning. For sure, the physical part is important. When you are not at 100%, it's difficult to compete, especially in this league. But I think João is not a problem at all. Otherwise, we lie. It's not João. He's a fantastic player. He's going to score goals for us. He's going to give us assists. But it's a different kind of 9, not like this kind of 9 that they score 20 to 25 goals each year. Lewandowski, Mbappe, or Haaland. This kind is a different profile. Asked if his side would need to spread the goals around with João Pedro struggling in front of goal and Liam Delap working his way back from injury, Maresca called on the rest of Chelsea's attack to shoulder some of the goal-scoring responsibility. Absolutely, yes, Maresca continued. We said many times that the 5 players at the front, we need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals each, in the way we have done last season. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Barcelona have reportedly advised Lamine Yamal to keep a lower profile following the media storm that erupted after the recent El Clasico against Real Madrid. The 17-year-old winger, who has quickly become one of the most talked-about young talents in world football, has been under intense scrutiny both on and off the pitch. According to Marca, Barcelona's management asked Yamal to cancel a planned interview with popular French streamer Aminama Tuesday, which was supposed to take place on Tuesday. The club made this recommendation after his comments about Real Madrid ahead of the Clasico caused a stir, leading to confrontations with Dani Carvajal and Thibaut Courtois after the game. Barcelona reportedly feel that everything Yamal says or does right now is being magnified by the media and social networks, and they want to protect him from unnecessary pressure at this delicate stage of his development. However, Diario Sport offers a slightly different version of events, reporting that the interview had already been recorded before the weekend and may still be published. In addition, the club has asked Yamal to skip a promotional event for Oppo, where he was supposed to appear as a brand ambassador for the launch of a new smartphone. The intention is to avoid more public appearances that could feed into ongoing controversies or create distractions. This situation reflects how much attention and expectation now surrounds Yamal, who has already become a central figure for both Barcelona and Spain despite his young age. Even personal matters, such as reports that he is set to buy the former mansion of Gerard Piqué and Shakira, have been making headlines, further showing how closely his every move is followed. Meanwhile, Hansi Flick has given the players a day off on Tuesday, but several stars, including Pedri, Fermin Lopez, Rooney Bargi, Wojciech Szczesny, and Jules Kounde, were seen arriving at the training ground to do extra work. The full squad is expected to return to training on Wednesday as Barcelona begin preparations for their upcoming La Liga clash with Elche at the weekend. The club hopes that by limiting media exposure and allowing Yamal to focus solely on football, he can continue his rapid growth on the field without being overwhelmed by the external noise that often surrounds emerging superstars. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Ange Postecoglou had only just moved into his new flat when his short and turbulent spell at Nottingham Forest came to an end. The Australian barely had time to unpack before being sacked, only 39 days after his appointment, making him the shortest-serving permanent Premier League manager. The 60-year-old, appointed on September 9th to replace Nuno Espirito Santo, was supposed to guide Forest to the next level and end their long wait for a major trophy. Instead, he departs with the club in disarray, uncertain in style, low on confidence, and already searching for their third manager of the season, just 2 months into a campaign that had promised so much. His dismissal came swiftly, just 17 minutes after the 3-0 home defeat to Chelsea, Forest's 8th game without a win. Owner Evangelos Marinakis, frustrated and visibly disillusioned, left his seat midway through the match, a sign of what was to follow. Postecoglou arrived with a clear philosophy, a high-pressing, attacking style in stark contrast to Nuno's pragmatic counter-attacking approach. But the transition proved too steep. Players struggled to adapt. Some, like Elliot Anderson, flourished, while defenders Nikola Milinkovic and Murillo looked uncomfortable and exposed. Despite his best efforts, the system never fully clicked. The manager was respected for his honesty and belief in his methods, but poor results quickly eroded confidence. Forest unity, a key strength during last season's impressive 7th-place finish and European qualification, began to fracture. Fans, initially patient, turned sharply after a damaging Europa League defeat to Midtjylland, their first European home game in 30 years. As the Danish side went 3-1 up, chants of "you're getting sacked in the morning" rang around the city ground. Postecoglou tried to steady things, even abandoning his trademark attacking principles to adopt a defensive back five in recent matches. But the change betrayed his style and failed to bring results. Injuries to Murillo and Ola Aina weakened a once solid defense, while Chris Wood's goal drought, after scoring 20 last season, left Forest blunt in attack. Constant lineup changes prevented any consistency, even with the emotional return of Taiwo Awoniyi. Those inside the club sympathized with Postecoglou's situation. Little time on the training pitch, a demanding schedule, and early injuries. But in the end, the lack of victories sealed his fate. Marinakis, already under pressure for his rapid managerial changes, now faces renewed scrutiny after dismissing 2 managers in just over 5 weeks. Postecoglou departs as a man respected for his integrity and ambition, but his brief time at Forest will be remembered for instability, misfortune, and a bold footballing vision that never had the time to truly take shape. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.